holy people, there is a deal. There is a deal. The deal might be signed tomorrow. Yeah, so also, I don't know if I were the Iranians, I would be very, very careful because who knows, maybe these people who are going to sign this deal might end up, just saying, just saying. Let's get into the story. Hi everybody. So today I will be talking about the Trump's assassination attempt in September 2024. What Tucker Carlson revealed Dan Bongino told him when he called Dan to ask about Thomas Crook's text messages that the FBI said there was none, and he said that Dan became hysterical. Yes, that's the word he used when he asked about the investigation. And Dan Bongino flat out told Tucker Carlson if he's not happy about the investigation being closed, he needed to take it with Trump. Okay, that is what Tucker said. However, Dan Bongino came out and denied everything. Okay, and took, well, some shots at Tucker Carlson. I have everything for you. And also, people, Tucker said that he could be fired anytime. And this is why he's doing a lot of interviews because he wants to say everything he has to say. He wants to tell the truth. This is what he said. And I am wondering if there is trouble in paradise between Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk. I don't know. I don't know. And also, people, also, I will let you know if the attempt assassination of Trump by Thomas Crooks was staged or real. And you won't believe what I came up with. So stick around. Let's get right into it, people.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, Yeah. Whoa, yeah.
Trump shut down the investigation into Butler. That is a fact. Dan Bongino told me that when he worked at the FBI. Dan Bongino himself was terrified when I spoke to him in December. Basically, I accidentally came into possession of a lot of the social media posts that we were told didn't exist that were posted by Thomas Crooks in the months and years before the shooting. And I was amazed that the FBI had lied about this. So I called Kash Patel and I later called Dan Bongino and I said, what is this? I'm not attacking you. It was the previous FBI that did this. It was Chris Wray. But what is this? And Dan Bongino became hysterical with me on the phone. I've known Dan a long time and always gotten along with him. And that problem began when I brought this information to his attention, and he became a different person. He was clearly terrified. I didn't get it at first, but he was hysterical. Ultimately, after a long series of text exchanges, which I still have, and phone conversations, he said, look, take it up with Trump. He's the one who shut down the investigation. That was the moment when I realized, oh, wow, there's no good explanation for shutting down an investigation into your own attempted murder. Like, this is not what we've been told it was.
Holy. Interesting, people. Interesting. Why would people Trump shut down his own investigation? Someone was trying to murder him, right? You would think he would want an investigation. He would want to know what happened, right? What's even stranger is he almost never talked about it, and or any of the other attempts for that matter. And but instead, he asked for the investigation to be shut down. So doesn't anyone find this strange? Because I do, people. I do. I think something is fishy in that mark. Yes. And I'm going to tell you what exactly I believe happened with this attempt assassination. Okay. So, people, let's go down memory lane. Okay. When Thomas Cook tried to off Trump, okay, if you remember, it was in September, 2 months away from the election. Trump was trailing Kamala in the polls, okay? She has all the momentum then. And she had it for a while now, like maybe for months since she was chosen to replace Joe Biden. And people, Trump's team was panicking. Yes, they were. So guys, I believe, okay, someone in Trump's circle taught this kid to carry out this attack and was killed before he could talk. And that is sad. That is sad. So you must be asking, okay, so who in Trump's circle you're talking about? Hmm, this is where people, it is getting interesting. Okay, so this is a theory. I don't know that to be a fact. That is my theory. Okay, so if you ask me who in Trump's circle taught this kid to carry out this act, well, people, I am thinking about his two adult sons. Yup, I'm thinking about those. Yes, I don't know that for a fact, as I said, I'm speculating, but it is my humble opinion. If I had to put my money on someone, these two would be it. Okay. When this attempt assassination happened 2 years ago, I have said it. I don't believe Thomas Crooks wanted to kill Trump. He wanted to make it look like an assassination, but that wasn't the plan. Was to shoot around him and to make it look like he was trying to murder him. And unfortunately for Thomas Crooks, he didn't know the plan was afterward he would be killed, so he wouldn't be talking about it never again. So that is my belief, people. You let me know in the comment section if you agree with me or you disagree with me. But that's my humble opinion, as I said. Listen, people, give me one good reason. Give me just one good reason why Trump would shut down the investigation into his assassination attempt. Give me one good reason why he would ask for the investigation to be shut down. There isn't any good reason other than what I just said. Okay. Anyhow, now people, Dan Bongino wasn't happy that Tucker said that he told Tucker that Trump asked for the investigation to be shut down. So here is what Dan Bongino had to say, and he wasn't happy. Okay.
This is not a pretend tough guy act. I'm a 51-year-old man with decaying joints. I don't plan on fighting anyone in the UFC. There's no violence is never the answer to anything. I'm not interested in any of that. But I'm going to tell you straight, if you think I was terrified of Carlson, then I'm really sorry. Like, you need to take yourselves a Xanax and go find a doctor right away. That's, of all the things, like, that's the most hilarious. However, accusing me and the president of a federal crime, obstructing justice, bizarrely, the president involved in covering up the investigation into his own attempted murder, is seriously one of the most delusional things I've ever seen. And the reason I'm really starting to believe, and I mean this sincerely, that Tucker's just dumb. I don't have any, is he doesn't realize, like, I have these texts too and are planning a detailed follow-up. Is there someone I can talk to at the FBI before we do? Thanks. I said, I saw it. And that you seem to believe that Cash and I, who are longtime personal friends with the president, are involved in some sinister cover-up is absurd. I thought he said we were covering it up. Yet in my text, leave this up, guys, I'm saying the exact opposite, Justin, am I not? It's almost like he's bullshitting you again. Is the president in on it too, I asked? He's one of the victims. He's told us repeatedly, as he said publicly, he's satisfied with the effort Cash and I put in. The president's a victim in a federal crime. And when he's ready for us to release more information about this crime, then he'll tell us. I suggest you give him a ring and tell him you want more. Let me know what he says. He's a member of the media. People call him all the time.
So here you have Dan Bongino misinterpret what Tucker said, because Tucker said that he was terrified. Not terrified of Tucker, but terrified of the case. That is what Tucker Carlson insinuated. But Dan Bongino understood what Tucker said. I don't know, like he was terrified of Tucker. But anyhow, now people, the question is, who do you believe? Do you believe Dan Bongino or do you believe Tucker Carlson? If you ask me, I believe Tucker Carlson, because I don't see why Tucker would invent that story when he knows that Bongino is going to dispute it, which he did, But still, I believe Tucker Carlson over Dan Bongino, and I also believe this is why he stepped down, because people were asking questions and he didn't like it. He didn't have responses for those questions. This is why I believe he stepped down. Now, people, let's get into the other story. Tucker Carlson saying that he's on the verge of being fired, and this is why he's doing as many interviews, because he has to tell the truth. So let's get right into it. Let's hear him.
Like, I don't have actual power, so, and I know that some things I say are highly annoying to people with actual power. So of course, like, I felt this way at Fox News. I sort of, in the back of my head, I always knew I would get fired. And for a while, I convinced myself I've got the highest rated show in the history of cable. Like, there's no way they can fire me. But I didn't really believe it. I knew that they would ultimately fire me. It came a little sooner than I thought, but I always knew it would come. And I think it'll come one way or the other to me now, because I don't know, it's just inevitable. It's going to rain at some point. Like, we know that. And so and I'm not whining about that at all. And I don't feel bad about it. I instead feel that it's just important that while I can, I'm going to say exactly what I think is true, with the ever-present knowledge that I'm often wrong, and I could be wrong, because I'm not God. And that's the number one thing I know about myself, is I'm not God. But I sincerely believe what I say. I think it's obvious that I sincerely believe what I say, and I hope it is. And I'm going to say it until I can't.
Did you hear that, people? Did you hear that? It's like he's saying he knows he's going to be fired, but why? Why he said that? Huh? But if I have to put my, I don't know, analysis hat on, I would say that he knows, of course, something that we don't. And I'm wondering, could it be that Elon had approached Tucker about his going after Trump, Israel, the GOP? Because we all know, people, that Elon Musk wants Republicans in Congress to win this upcoming election in September. He wants it, and he's not hiding it. He's saying it. So I believe that probably Elon must have said something to Tucker Carlson, and y'all know Tucker Carlson. He's not going to shut up. He's not going to shut up. He's going to talk. Or maybe, people, maybe, okay, Tucker is about, I don't know, to make a piece about the 2024 election, how it was stolen, how it was rigged by Elon Musk. Who knows? And Kamala Harris won the election. It was stolen from her. Who knows? Not a chance, people. Not a chance. Not a chance that he would do that. Even if he knew that to be true, he won't go out and say it. So forget about that part. But about the election being rigged, I do believe it, that Elon Musk rigged the election, that Kamala Harris was the winner. Allegedly. Anyhow, guys, you let me know in the comment section what you believe. Do you believe that Elon Musk is about to fire Tucker Carlson for whatever reason? And also, who do you believe? Dan Bongino or Tucker Carlson? I do believe Tucker Carlson. And what do you think about my theory on the attempt assassination of President Trump by Thomas Crooks? What I've said, who is behind it? Who are the two culprits? Who staged it? Allegedly. So you let me know in the comment section. And that's it for today. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and comment. Until next time. Ciao, ciao.